I'm Kelsey, and I just got an order from Hobbii Yarn, and I thought I would open it with you guys. Sorry, I have something in my eye. I've had it in my eye for hours, it feels like. Yes, I've got an order from Hobbii Yarn, and I wanted to open it with you guys just because I don't actually have any knitting or crocheting buddies here, so I thought I'd open it with people on the internet. And with all the quarantining going on, it's not like we'd really be able to meet up and do stuff anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna open it and we'll see what's there. Hold on, I think I moved my scissors. Okay, so I ordered this how long ago? July 1st. I ordered it and got it yesterday, which was July 7th. So it took 6 days to get here, which isn't that bad, but I don't know if it's just my area or everywhere with Hobbii, but the 2 times I've ordered from them and I used the United States Postal Service. Oh, I live in the US. One time it took like almost a month to get here. It was just sitting in the distribution center. So I'm not really blaming the company, more the Postal Service. But and then the other time they lost it, and it was hundreds of dollars of yarn, and they said that they couldn't find it for 2 months or something, and then it finally showed up on my door one day, and I'm not sure who found it and who delivered it or what really happened, but a couple weeks after it was finally delivered, the United States Postal Service sent me an email saying that they were unable to locate the package and to consider it lost. So I guess they delivered it, but they didn't know they delivered it, and they delivered it like 2 months late. So not sure what's going on with that. So the first thing I got is this Cotton King Twirls cake in this teal color. I thought there would be more of a obvious gradient between the colors. That's the reason I bought it, because I've found that the cotton cakes at Hobbii have some pretty nice gradual transition of color that makes baby blankets and everything really pretty, because you don't have the sudden change over from baby pink to regular pink, which in a sweater probably is okay, but when it's just like row after row, it looks kind of jagged. And this seems more of a flow. But it's actually, you can see that there's a difference in the darkest color on the outside here and the lightest color in the middle, but it's not that super obvious, and it could just be because I chose a monochromatic color. I'm actually going to use this with, I'm making a hexagon baby blanket. So, and it's actually using the gold color of the same brand. So that's why I bought this brand. I think I normally get the deluxe something, I can't think of what it's called right now, but this one, the Twirls, Cotton King Twirls in dark jade, was $11.20, or I paid $11.20 for it. I'm not sure what it costs right now, but yeah, so it'll work, because it's going to be kind of like an abstract hexagon thing, so I think it'll be okay. I think it'll still look cool. And then the other one I got, also Cotton King Twirls, is this like white to black, which I think I'm going to throw in there. And I'm making this baby blanket for my sister-in-law, but I might keep it for myself. We don't know the gender of her baby, so, or the sex of her baby, so trying to keep it neutral. Not that it matters. I would use any color blanket for my babies, but I'm not sure about her. Yeah, so I'm going to be using these to make more hexagons. I'm going to be up to my eyeballs in hexagons. So these are cotton, 100% cotton, and they are number 2 fine. They recommend using a 3.5 to 4 millimeter hook. I actually have been using a smaller hook just because I want the hexagons to be kind of tight. I didn't want to pull a bunch of holes in them. And it's 174 yards or 800 meters. So the one I normally get, the Twirls Deluxe, that's the ones I've gotten in the past to make baby blankets. Those have over 1,000 yards, so these are a little bit smaller than that. But they're really soft. I think it's because they have this, the yarn isn't all wound together. I'm sure a lot of people have seen these kind of cakes before, and the strands of yarn that make up the ball aren't twisted together like yarn. It's just 4 separate strands. They're not held together in any way, and so it makes it pretty strong because it's not like a rope. With cotton yarns, I've noticed that when they're twisted together, they form, it makes them stiffer and less flexible feeling, to me at least. I'm sure they soften up with washing, but initially when you're giving the gift of a blanket, because I make a lot of them, you don't want something stiff for a baby. So these feel soft and flowy right off the bat, and I know a lot of people use these big cakes for shawls, specifically because of the draping. But the thing I've noticed with the separate strands is that I think you have to keep your tension really consistent, otherwise you can miss one of the strands of yarn, and sometimes you don't notice until you're farther down the row or farther into the piece, and all of a sudden you've got like 6 inches of one strand out of the 4 sticking out, and you have to figure out where you dropped it or find some way to twist it into it and incorporate it, and so sometimes you get a little messy spot if you don't want to unravel it. So that's just something I've learned about that, but I could just be like really bad at using this type of yarn too, so. Sorry, my cat. Okay, and then the other things I got in here, those are the only 2 that I picked out myself just to finish this blanket. It's probably going to be a big blanket, but that's okay because I feel like those receiving size blankets, people think they're really cute at first, and then you're like, what do we do with it now? So, and then I got two mystery bags of acrylic yarn. So together they were $29.50, I believe, $29.98 for 2. So that's like $15 each. So they also sent me a free gift, which is a digital row counter. I feel like this is all the writings backwards. We'll see if it flips around. I've had like an app on my phone to count rows, but I'm not sure, like it's got a little thing. Do I put it on my finger and then tap it? I mean, yeah, that's cool. It's like a little, that's kind of cool. So, all right, the battery will probably die in like a couple days, but I mean, the things they've sent me in the past before have been pretty good, actually. So, and then they sent me a little hard candy, which is good because these days all I want to do is eat. Because I'm starving all the time. Because I'm pregnant. Okay, so these are the 2 acrylic bags I got. I think it said like 200 grams, 500 grams of acrylic yarn in each bag. So I'll open them. Maybe do they rip? My husband actually has no idea how much yarn I've been buying. So I bought this, telling him I was just waiting for the yarn for the blankets, which he thinks is for my sister-in-law. I think I already told you guys, but I'm like, yeah, I did tell you. See, pregnancy brain, I have like no concept of what's coming out of my mouth. And then I just made a big order at Ice Yarn. So I'm going to do a haul for that too, but it's like a huge order and he's going to hate it because we're actually turning my craft room into the nursery for this new baby. And I cleared out a whole bunch of stuff to make room for baby stuff. And then I went and I bought a bunch of yarn. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so the first one in here is this Tivoli, I don't know, 100% acrylic yarn. It's very soft. I've always liked this brand, the Tabouli yarn that they sell. One, because it's pretty inexpensive. It's like $1, like $1.20 or something. They're having sales on it all the time, and it's way softer than the majority of the 100% acrylic yarns that you find in the craft stores. And I just went to Joann's and felt all the yarn because I just wanted to be able to compare things. So when I'm watching videos, I know, oh, it feels like this, it feels like that. I know what they're referring to. This is the softest I felt. I can't really think of any in Joann's that were quite as soft as this Tivoli one. Maybe some of the baby yarns. But those are usually really thin. So this is color 42. They don't have names on them. And it's 175 meters, so 191 yards. And a number 3. And I'm not good at gauging the weight of a yarn, and I don't even usually follow the instructions for needles or hooks. I kind of just like wing it and hope it happens. And I've been known to not gauge, make a gauge of a size gauge for projects just because I'm so impatient to start them. So this is like, my lighting is very yellow in here because I have a yellow ceiling and a yellow painting, and I'm wearing a yellow shirt. So it appears a little more orangey than it actually is. It's more of like a dusty, like a dark, dusty mauve color. It's really pretty. Very soft. And I have a lot of boy colors because I have a son. And so my whole yarn, like 2/3 of my yarn collection is like green, blue, gray, brown, yellow. And I don't know what gender this baby or sex this baby is, so we'll see. I might have use for all these pinks. I do have a lot of nieces though, so I'll probably be making them something out of this before I have this baby. So that's the first one. And so here's another Tabouli, but this is the regular Tabouli and this is the Tabouli XL. So I don't know if you can see the difference in plumpness. It's not a huge difference, but there is a difference. This is a 4 and that other one was a 3, and this is kind of like a dark sage green. It's not quite silvery enough to be totally sage. It's a little darker than that. This one's only 109 yards, and The color is 21. It's just as soft. It's probably a little softer just because it has more air in it because it's a bulkier yarn. But I really like that color. I think I'm going to turn another light on. Hold on. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm like elephant over here. And my cat, he sees all of this yarn out and he's just decided to join the party. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So that sage green color fits right in with like all the yarns I have. I have a lot of this Tivoli yarn in a lot of different colors. Not these two colors I haven't picked on my own. So it'll be nice. I don't like picking my own colors for yarn because I tend to end up picking the same ones over and over and over. So that's kind of why I got the mystery bags, because maybe they'll pick colors that I wouldn't pick and I'd find new combinations. So this is more Tivoli of the regular sizes. So this is color number 48. This pink one is. It's like a baby pink. It might look a little salmon just because of all the yellow in the room, but it's definitely a baby pink color. And once again, this regular size is 191 yards, and it's number 3. And then this is number 33, or color number 33. It's like a bright Tiffany type of blue. Maybe not quite as, no, it's like a Tiffany blue. It looks very blue in the camera, but there's actually a little more green in here than what the camera is showing. So there's that. Wow, they just sent me a bunch of Tivoli, which is fine. Here's another XL in like a fuchsia color. It's not as hot pink as it looks on the camera. It's a little more of a lilac-y fuchsia than hot pink. So this is the XL. And then this is just the regular Tivoli in color 15. I think I actually have this color. Like I said, I pick a lot of gray. I would wear gray all the time if I could. My husband hates it. He's like, wear some color. So I go out of my way to wear color, but I actually really enjoy wearing gray. And then this is like a lavender lilac color in the regular size Tivoli, color number 40. And then this is color 12, and it's a gray, but more like a silvery gray, a silvery gray. Ouch. Okay. And then the last yarn in this bag, the last one, my cat's gonna go after the plastic. He's like has pica or something. Is this Carnival. It's called Carnival. 100% acrylic, because remember I got the acrylic mystery bag, and it's like a colorway from this like really light white silver. It's not quite white, it's silver, to black, which is perfect for me because I love stuff like that. So I'll probably make myself a hat and maybe like a cowl. I probably don't have enough for that, actually. It's 262 yards, and it's a number 3. But it's like a roving style, so it's probably not going to be that consistent, if you guys know. And it definitely is starting a little thinner than this Tivoli. So this is also a number 3, and it starts a little bit thinner than that. And then gets thicker, but it's soft. It's not as, so this is like a plushy soft, like a pillow. And this has more, it's soft, but this has more like texture to it, more grip to it, I guess, when you run your fingers over it. So that's cool. I'm glad. I don't think I have any roving style yarns right now, so that would be cool. Yeah. All right, I dropped one. Ugh. I'm too big for this. Okay. There are my scissors. I'm about to have a yarn cascade. All right, bag number 2. All right, it looks like a lot more of the Tivolis. So there's this yellow one, which I have already, which is fine. The label's not on it, which is kind of sad because it's gonna get all blown out, but it's just the regular size in like a baby yellow, like a duck fluff. Oh, it's raining outside. And then there's this dark gray again. I think, actually, this is the gray I already got. So I got 2 of those. So I bet I can make something for my son. He's like a 1.5 years, so he's not huge. I bet I can make something for him with those. If I wanted to do it all in one color, which I probably don't. So this is more of like a darker heather gray, maybe. Yeah, color number 10. And then this is that light gray again, which I showed you, number 13. So, more gray. All right, so it's all Tivoli in this bag. So, no new information. There's this is like a green. Let's see, there, it was true to color there for a second, and now it's not. It's lighter than what it's showing because the sun's totally gone. It's raining now, so it's not picking it up very well. But, oh, there it is. That's a little better. It's more green than that. That looks kind of bluish gray, but it's definitely a green. Number 22. And this one is like a taupey brown color, number 5. And that's good. I'm so bad at picking browns and camels, and I think I always like think I picked like a cool chic color, and then it gets here and I make something out of it and it just looks like bad. Like gross. I don't know how to explain it. I got this light brown color thinking I was making this cool Afghan for our living room, and then I made it and it was out of Super Saver, so I should have known it might look a little crafty. But it just looks weird. It looks weird like spaghetti or something. I don't know how to describe it. So I got a red. This is like a true red, number 63. I have this as well. For Christmas time, I made some stockings for my son and my husband. So here's just like a true yellow, not a light yellow, just straight yellow. Number 54. I like yellow. I don't know if you can tell. But I live in Michigan, so it's nice having yellow when it's snowy outside. So there's that. And then this is like a marigold. It looks orangey, but it's like between orange and yellow. So I would definitely say it's like a marigold color. And this is the XL. And 109 yards. Ooh. And then this is the last one. And it's like a navy blue. I don't know if you can tell. It's not black. There you go. It's more blue. And it's just the regular size. So, yeah. That was all of them. So, let's see, I've used Tivoli to make a sweater for my son, and it was really soft and really nice. So let me see what they have it on their site for right now. It's $195 on their site right now, and they've got 63 colors, and that's in the regular size. And then the XL size is $180 right now. These are American dollars. I don't know in other currency. And they also have 63 colors. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. The bags were like $15. So, they've been sold out for a long time. Like when the quarantine hit, it's like a lot of people went and bought yarn, and so a lot of the colors and things that I wanted were out of stock. So I was really happy when I was able to buy it. I'll definitely buy from Hobbii again. Might not be for a while, just because I have a lot of yarn right now. I have to finish this baby blanket, and then I'm making 2 mermaid tail blankets, a baseball diamond blanket, and like a soccer blanket. So I ordered the yarns for those from Ice, so I'll let you know when I get those. And yeah, so I might not be ordering yarn for a while, because by the time I finish those blankets, I'll probably have had this baby, and then I won't be doing anything but taking care of babies. So thanks for watching. I don't know, yeah, just thanks for watching. I don't have any friends who crochet here right now, so it's nice to share it with somebody. And yeah, bud. So I'll let you guys go, and if I make something out of these, I will definitely post a video about it. I might make a work in progress video for the hexagon baby blanket I'm making. Just think maybe it'll be interesting for people if you like works in progress. So yeah, that was my hobby haul. All right, see you guys later.